Hey guys, it is Jen, of course. Who else would it be? And I just wanted to bring you the first training. And this is just like mini training. This is not our official training for the inner circle. We're still enrolling people, still getting stuff ready for you guys on the back end. So you have a place, a home on the internet for all of your awesome inner circle stuff. So the first thing I just want to mention real quick is that we have set up our group reading with Amber, who is amazing. Ask anybody that's had a session with her and they will tell you the same thing. So that is going to be on Tuesday the 9th at 7 p.m. Eastern. I will send out instructions for that as well, and that will be in the group for everyone. And the next thing is to just make sure if you are new here, make sure that you check the pinned post, and my calendar is in there to schedule your monthly session. There's also a Inner Circle Pact that all of us are going to agree to, and finally, your marketing and visibility plan form. You get one of these every month, and I'll actually be working on those this weekend for anyone who has filled those out, but it will be your responsibility to make sure that you take advantage of all of the awesomeness in the inner circle. So all of that stuff will be in the pinned post so that you never get lost, and then once the membership site or the backend site is up and running, you will have access there as well. Alrighty, so I just wanted to do like this quick mini, I don't even want to call it a training. I just want to call it like a swift kick in the butt about setting goals for yourself and manifesting and just money in general. So the first thing I want to start off by saying is that you deserve to be wealthy. You deserve to have all the money that you desire, whether that is $5,000 a month, $10,000 a month, $100,000 a month. I don't care specifically what your goals are, but whatever it is that you do desire, you can have it. And I want you to understand that, and I want you to really soak that in and understand how worthy you are of your desires, because you really have to believe it in order for it to start happening for you. And I'll talk a little bit about how that happened for me and why I know that this is true. So no matter what your goals are, if you want to start small, but just make sure that you are stretching yourself just a little bit. So if you think, oh, maybe I can get a client this week and, that's $300 or $3,000, but maybe you can get two, so stretch yourself a little bit. If your initial goal maybe is $3,000 for this month, let's make it five, okay? Because if you go for five and you don't quite get there, you still have the three that you originally wanted. So stretch yourself just a little bit. Not, you don't have to go crazy. You don't have to say, okay, I want $20,000 this month and, whatever. So always stretch yourself just a little bit, because if not, then you're still playing it safe. You're still going to kind of just do the same things you're doing and you'll just get like minimal results. So always stretch yourself just a little bit past what you think you can do, because the reality is that we can do a whole lot more than we believe that we can. So always stretch yourself just a little bit, have that belief and that faith in yourself, and also just have that courage for it to be okay for you to want money. And that's another point that I want to hit on. When I ask a lot of people, like, what is their why for doing what they're doing? What's their why for coaching or becoming an entrepreneur or, anything like that? And what I always get is, oh, I want to help people. And, I want women to realize XYZ. And, I want to help people work through, ABC and all these things that they do. And no one ever says that, my why is money, or my why is because I want to travel, or my why is because of a certain lifestyle that I want to live. When reality is, if you just want to help people, and I'm sure you've heard me say this before, if you just want to help people, you can volunteer. You can, do charity things, charity events. You can, just go around and maybe help some kids, join the Boys and Girls Club, like whatever it is. So to help people, I don't believe that that is a strong enough reason. And I am here to tell you that I don't believe that. So really dig deep into what your why is and keep that here. Keep that at the top of your mind. Keep that at the top of everything that you do. Is why are you doing this in the first place? Why not just go get a job? Why not just go get a job that has security where you can get benefits and you don't have to worry, you're going to get a paycheck every week? Why are you doing this? Keep that top of mind, because that is what's going to keep you going when the going gets tough. So, goals and money. I want to tell you a little story about my first 5-figure month. So, I'm in this program called Lucky Bitch. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but it's Denise Duffield Thomas, and she has basically a program around money called Lucky Bitch. And I was in it. I probably started, I think it was either June or July of last year. And I went through the entire course. It was like a 6-week course. There was a lot of forgiveness work in there, a lot of just, realizing and recognizing what's going on with your money shit. I started tracking my money, and this was something that was so crucial for me, because I was always like, oh my gosh, I'm so broke. Even if I got paid, or even if I got a client or something at the end of the month, I was always broke, or at least I thought I was. So I had actually started tracking my money according to the way that Denise suggested that we do it. So as I started doing that, I actually would be able to see monthly really how wealthy and how rich I really was. I mean, at the time it wasn't that much, but I was bringing in about $5,000 or $6,000 a month. And, without tracking it, without really paying attention to it, I just automatically thought I was broke, right? So tracking the money really started to shift things for me, because I was really able to see the abundance of money that was coming into my life, whether it was someone paying for my meals, whether it was a gift, whether it was a scholarship that I won, whether it was money from, my old job, my part-time job, whether it was a commission I received, whether it was money from a client, or maybe it was just a quarter that I found in the dryer. I tracked everything, and I really started to see the amount of money that was actually being attracted to me. And the more and more that I began to do that, and I still do it to this day, and I track money every single day. Every dollar that I get, it goes in my tracking sheet. And I just watch the money grow. So that is a quick tip for you. What you focus on, what you track will expand. So that is definitely a practice that you can start doing. So back to my story about my first 5-figure month. Because like I said, once I kind of got through my money shit, I did start to attract clients. I wasn't making huge bucks yet. I was making, like I said, like $5,000 or $6,000 a month, which is not bad. Not bad to start, but it clearly wasn't enough, because I was also investing a lot in my business. So I was paying a coach. I was buying new programs and services and things like that. So that money would just dwindle away. So it just wasn't enough. I needed to go a little bit further. So in December of last year is when I decided that I was going to kind of tally up all of the money that I needed. And this was for everything. So I had, allotted money for Christmas gifts. I allotted money for savings. I allotted money for my car payment and, my toiletries and just my bills, payments for my coach, everything. I wrote everything down, and I came up with a figure. The figure was $11,000. So I kind of looked, and I was just like, oh shit, like $11,000 worth of things that I need like within the next month. How is this even going to happen? And that is another quick tip as well, is just money loves having a home. So for you to just say, okay, I want $20,000 this month. What do you want that $20,000 for? Do you want to save $5,000? Do you want to invest $5,000 in a coach and then maybe use the rest to catch up on bills or to pay off some debts? Always give that money a place to go. That will also kind of help you with the manifestation and the bringing that in to you. So anyhow, I came up with my number. It was $11,000. I made the intention right then and there that at the end of December, I was going to have $11,000. So, of course, as I was writing it, I kind of didn't believe it. I'll be frank with you. I was just like, how the hell is this going to happen, right? And I still wrote it. I actually wrote it in the present tense, which is something I still do. So at the beginning of every month, I actually write down. I get my notebook. I have one notebook specifically for this. And I write down my goals, but I write it in the present tense, or yeah, in the present tense. So instead of just saying, I want to make $25,000 in June, I actually would say, it is June 30th, 2015, and I've made an additional $25,000 in my coaching practice. This money is for the greater good of me and my family. This money is to pay off bills, to go towards savings, to pay my taxes, and to pay for a new coach. Very clear where the money is, or what the money is for, and why I want it. But I also talk about that present tense. So instead of saying I will, it's like, this is it, it's already done, and I write it down, I put it away, and I don't ever look back at it. I know in my head that I want that specific money. So for example, in December, it was $11,000. So I knew $11,000. So here's what I did. And this kind of goes against the grain from what a lot of law of attraction specialists and money specialists say to do, or manifestation people. But I am very logistical. I'm very alpha. I'm very, type A. I want to know how. So most manifestation classes or trainings will tell you that it doesn't matter how. That is not your job. They say, just put the order into the universe, and the how doesn't really matter. For me, it does. So I would actually write down how I was going to get this money. So I would write down, I'm going to get the $11,000 by selling. At the time, it was my Instagram course. I'm going to sell 20 of my Instagram course. I'm going to book one new client at this amount. And I actually had it in my head. There was a game plan there. It wasn't just willy-nilly, like it would never happen, and that's kind of why I asked you guys for goals on the marketing and visibility sheet, because I want to know, if you want $15,000, what does that mean? Does that mean 5 clients? Does that mean 3 clients? Does that mean 10 clients? Let's figure it out so that we actually have a tangible game plan, and it's not just throwing shit up against the air and hoping that something's going to happen for us. So we actually have a tangible goal, a client goal, and a money goal. So back to my story about December. Like I said, when I first did it, it was, I tried to believe it. I really tried to act as if, but I am definitely one of those people that was kind of skeptical when it came to manifesting. But sure enough, end of December, I had sold a shitload of Instagram trainings, and I didn't have $11,000 by the end of December. I had $12,000. I was just so ecstatic. This was just amazing for me. It was the first time that I was able to have a Christmas where I didn't worry about spending money. It was the first time that I was able to have a Christmas where I was able to get my son everything that he wanted and more, and even more after that. I was so proud of myself, but I did the work. And that's, I think, the piece that is missing from a lot of people when they talk about manifestation. They talk about this dream and this vision of like having so much money, and nobody ever talks about the how. For me, the how works. So this may not be true for you. I really want you to check in with yourself and see what works for you when it comes to manifesting money and really believing that you can achieve a certain financial goal. So for me, I talk about the how, because the how makes it make sense. So anyway, once I actually achieved that, everything completely changed in my life. So it's kind of like, people say you have to see it to believe it. And then, the law of attraction gurus say, well, you have to believe it in order to see it. So mine was kind of like both, right? So I started to really act as if. I started to act as that woman and as that entrepreneur that was having a 5-figure month. And sure enough, it happened for me. And every single month after that has been a 5-figure month. Every single month has been surpassed of what I even expected for myself, which is why now I kind of have to stretch myself. So I will admit there, guys, that sometimes I kind of, I'm like, oh, maybe this will just be my goal this month. So I have to kind of get in touch with myself and really get back on track when it comes to that. But I made a commitment there at the end of December when that happened to me that this was my new normal. I decided right then and there that if I could do this one time, I could definitely do this over and over and over and over again. But there was a lot of work that went behind making this happen. I put myself out there. I didn't care what people said. I just really marketed myself, really put myself out there, really went all out, promoting myself, promoting my services. And this was really the kickstart to my entire, successful coaching business, was by kind of letting the fear go and, overcoming my ego and what people were going to think of me and just going out there and doing it. And so that's what I did. And once I got that taste, once I got that feeling of like, oh, yes, this is it, everything changed. Now that is how I want to feel all the time. So I just want you guys to check in with yourself. If you are feeling like you have goals that maybe aren't what you think you can achieve, stretch yourself. Really start to believe it. Really start to act as if. Start to be that woman. Don't wait to be that woman until you get the money. Start to be that woman now. For me, it had to do with, I actually went out and bought myself a MacBook Pro, which I'm on right now. That was one of the things. And I made that intention. I wanted the MacBook Pro because my other computer was just fucking up and it would cut off during webinars and it was just a mess. And I said, well, I was selling my Instagram course for $250 and the MacBook Pro that I was looking at was about $2,500. And I was like, well, I only need to sell 10. If I sell 10, I can get my MacBook Pro. So I sold 10. Actually sold more than 10. But my point here is that you really have to get in that believing space, that believing of you, and that believing of you are in control. You are the one that is making the decision. And even if you leave it up to the universe or God or whoever you believe in, you still have that control. You still have to take that inspired action. Because I could have made my goal for $11,000 and just sat on my ass and not done anything, but I didn't do that. I made the intention and then I followed it up by inspired action. So if you're getting stuck, if you're feeling like, ugh, this is just not working, check in with yourself. Ask yourself if you're really taking that inspired action. And if you think you are and you're still not getting the results, try a little harder. Give a little bit more. Come up with a different way. There is just so much around the power of really believing in yourself and believing that you can do this. And let me tell you something. There is no shortage of people that need you. I guarantee it. Whether you're in the health field, whether you're a life coach, whether you're a transformational coach, a business coach, a copywriter, I don't care what you do and what it is you have to offer. People need it. They need it and they need you to step up and show them that you actually have it. For me, I know I've invested a lot of money in training, in business coaches, in life coaches, in health coaches. I've, spent that money and invested in myself. But I also believed that I needed that in order to take myself to the next level. So I just want you guys to know that you are needed. I want you to know that you are special. You are unique. But most importantly, I want you to know that you are truly, truly powerful. You have this power to make shit happen in your life and your business. And don't let anyone or anything or any excuse negate that. Because that's not the truth. The truth is that you have the power to make the changes in your life right now. And I want to see you start to make those changes right now. So I am in this hotel room. My computer just is going all over the place because I'm getting excited here. But I kind of feel like a queen because look at this bed. I mean, this is a headboard, right? this is just really cool. And later I'll do a little video of, there's a pool right outside my window. There's also the ocean right outside my window, and it's just gorgeous. And I'm here, and I'm just here to totally kick ass and give you guys everything that you need from me so that you can make this happen for yourself, so that you can have consistent 5-figure months. And so that you don't have to struggle anymore. And so that you really, truly believe that you have what people want. So I want to just propose a little challenge for this week. We're going to get started with our live calls and trainings next week. Like I said, we're still enrolling people, so bear with me. Most of you, I believe, had sessions scheduled with me next week and the week after, so I am looking forward to those to actually really start to dig deep and help you guys come up with a plan to make this happen. But this week, I kind of want you to put the feelers out there and make it happen for yourself. So you paid $750 to be in this course. What I want you to do is to come up with a way or multiple ways for you to make $750 this week. Should be easy, right? So if you're having trouble with this, if you want to bounce some ideas off of me, let me know. Maybe it's selling 3 one-hour sessions with you. Maybe it's selling, just one person into your group program. Maybe that means signing on another client. Make it your intention to attract and to manifest the money that you put into this course back into yourself. So that's what I want you guys to do this week. And that is your challenge. Like I said, if you have any trouble, if you're getting stuck, anything like that, let me know. But I kind of want to see what you guys do on your own, because I don't really feel like $750 is a lot of money. So I kind of want to see what you come up with on your own, before we get on our call, before we kind of brainstorm, and before you get your marketing and visibility sheets. I want to see how resourceful you are. I want to see how savvy and, business savvy you are, and how you can really put this together, how you can start to make these things happen for yourself, because I am here to totally support you, totally keep you accountable, totally kick you in the butt when I see that you're not doing what you are set out to do. But I can't tell you how to run your business. I can't run your business for you. I can't put you on a pedestal and do your business and get your clients for you. You have to do that. You have to make that commitment to yourself and to me and to everybody else in the inner circle that you're just going to remain a totally kick-ass woman entrepreneur who is making shit happen. That is what I want for you guys. If you have any questions, tag me in the group or Facebook message, whatever you're more comfortable doing. And I'm going to let you go because I literally just rambled on for 22 minutes. I don't even know how I did that. I don't think I've ever done a video that long where I didn't get all tongue twisted and tied and all of that crazy stuff. So this is for you. Take everything that I just taught you and take everything that I just said and apply it to your life. Apply it to your business. I want to see you shine. And I want to be a part of that. I want to be connected to other women who are totally kicking ass, because this is my life. Like, this is my lifeline. This is my bloodline. This is everything that I wanted for myself a year ago. I want for you. So have a great weekend. You might hear from me again, maybe. But have a great weekend. Take this all in. Start to think about how you're going to make your first $750. Maybe not your first, but your next $750 so that you can cover the course or the cost of this course for the month. And I will see you guys very, very shortly. I love you.